loving one another.
The activists rallied hundreds of people in front of the federal courthouse in the nation's capital. They were demanding a change to self-defense laws and for federal civil rights charges to be brought against George Zimmerman. Richard Payton brought his wife and son to the event.
The use of deadly force was not justified, and that Zimmerman should have been convicted of manslaughter or something.
Zimmerman, who was Hispanic, was initially not charged with the crime, claiming self-defense. Last year, Zimmerman confronted the 17-year-old African-American on the grounds Martin looked suspicious. Martin was wearing a hoodie at the time. A scuffle ensued, and Martin, who had been walking to his father's fiancée's house, was shot dead. Just over 6 weeks later, following public outcry, Zimmerman was charged with second-degree murder. A jury of 6 women in Sanford, Florida, found him not guilty.
No justice, no peace.
The case has opened deep wounds among many in the African-American community who feel Martin was confronted because of his race. They accuse Zimmerman of racial profiling and violating Martin's civil rights. Linda Powell is from Virginia.
I know the FBI has been doing the investigation into that, but I certainly hope that they find evidence enough to do a civil rights case.
The controversy stemming from the July 13th verdict prompted U.S. President Barack Obama to publicly confront the issue Friday.
I think it's important to recognize that the African American community is looking at this issue through a set of experiences and a history that doesn't go away.
The president spoke from personal experience of being profiled as a young black man. He recalled the indignity of being followed and watched in a department store and car doors locking as he crossed a street. Many at Saturday's rally say they have shared that experience. Maurice Jordan, who drives an expensive car, recalled being stopped by police for no apparent reason.
It had to be checked and rechecked and double-checked. Luckily for me, I was able to get through that situation, unharmed. But fear was definitely present.
A minority of conservative African Americans think acquitting George Zimmerman was the right verdict. Kevin Martin is a Washington area businessman.
The burden of proof was not on George Zimmerman. The burden of proof was on the state. And the state did not prove its case. It did not prove that this added up to second-degree murder.
Current and former Justice Department officials say bringing civil rights charges will be difficult, but the people who attended Saturday's rallies are pledging to keep up pressure on federal officials. Jeff Swicord, VOA News, Washington.
Because this is